So in this video, I will show you how to set up your HubSpot CRM properly. So if you are new or you are beginners using HubSpot, I will cover everything you need to know to start to use HubSpot properly. And now it's time to go on my computer. So the first step, if you don't have an HubSpot account right now, is to create an HubSpot account for free. And if you want to do that, you just need to click in the first link in the description and then you will be on this page. So here we just need to click on Get Free CRM. And now on this page, I can create my HubSpot account. And don't worry because it's free. You can use HubSpot for free and you don't need to put your credit card to get access to your account. So you can choose to sign up with Google, Microsoft or Apple, or you can use an email. And for this tutorial, I will use my email. Then I click on Verify Email. And now I just need to write the code I've just received in my email. Then click on Next. Password, then you click on Next. You write your name and last name, next. Then they ask us in what industry we are in. So let's say marketing and advertising, which best describes your role. So let's say owner, and company name, let's say how many people work at your company. So just, and finally, what's the company website? So you just need to write your company website and then click on create account. So we have a few more questions. So what would you like to focus on first? So let's say generate leads. What tools do you use? Let's say skip for now. Ready to add contact. Let's click on skip for now. And same here. Let's say that we don't care and we click on skip for now. All right. So now that we have access to our HubSpot account, now if we want to set up our account properly, we just need to go here on settings. So you click on it and then you go here on general to start. So here on this page, we make sure that our profile is set up properly. So I will define a profile image and I will upload a picture of me. So it's useful to do that if you have many users in HubSpot. I've just uploaded my picture, but I have to wait a little bit. Then you make sure that your first name, last name, language are good. And then here you can choose the date, time and number format. So I will keep United States. Here you can add a phone number and I recommend you to use it especially for security reasons. And then here default homepage is the page you will get when you are on the homepage of HubSpot. So you can choose which page is the most relevant for you. So for example, if you are doing a lot of cold calling, you can just say calls. If you want to follow your deals, you can select deals. And if you have no idea of which page to choose, you can just select dashboards. So let's do that and then click on save. Now let's move on to email. So this is on this page where you can connect your personal email account to HubSpot and then you will be able to track, send and receive emails and you will get them in HubSpot. So it's very important. And if you want to do that, you just need to click here on connect personal email. So let's do that. So on this page, just don't forget to click on turn on inbox automation. And why it's important to do that? It's because it creates a better integrations between HubSpot and your email account. Then click on connect your inbox. So of course you have to write your email address. Then you click on next. And then you have to connect your email to HubSpot. So in my case, I have to click on continue and then you click on next. Then Google will allow HubSpot to access this info about you. You just need to click on continue. Select what HubSpot can access. So you want HubSpot to view your email messages and settings and send email on your behalf. So you just click on select all and then you click on continue. So as you can see here, my email is now connected and I have the inbox automation, meaning that HubSpot automatically retrieves all emails that are received in my email account or emails that have been sent. If you want to remove your email account from HubSpot, you just need to go here, click on actions, and then you click on remove. Now what you can do is to add an email alias and of course you can manage your email signatures. So for example, you can write Vincent from Give Me Leads and then you just need to click on save. So here, as you can see, we have an unsubscribe link and I strongly recommend you to use it and don't remove this. Now let's move on to calling. So on this page, you will manage everything related to calling. So for example, you can register your existing phone number for outbound calls. So unfortunately, you can't get access to this feature with a HubSpot free plan. So let's move on to the next tab. It's calendar, and this one is very useful because here you can connect your calendar and you can create an HubSpot calendar where people can book meetings with you. So to do that, I click on connect your calendar. So here I select Google Gmail because my calendar is on Google. Then connect your calendar, accept and connect to Google. You select your account. You click on continue. Same, you have to click on select all and you click on continue. And now, as you can see, my calendar is now set up with HubSpot. If I want to remove my calendar from HubSpot, I just need to go here and click on disconnect. So on this page, I recommend you to keep here calendar sync because you will get a synchronization between HubSpot and what happened in your calendar. So when you have new meetings, you will be notified on HubSpot. All right, so here meeting scheduling pages, just keep it. And here out of office calendar sync, it's useful to have this synchronization between HubSpot and your calendar so that people can't book a meeting with you during the time you are in holiday. Now, a very good feature you have on HubSpot, and it's free, it's meetings. So basically you can create a HubSpot page where people can book meetings with you. So here you have the link of your HubSpot calendar. On the free plan, you can't change the link, but at least it's free. The meeting domain will be the HubSpot one. And here you have the default meeting link and just keep it. It's perfect. So now just click on save and we will move on to the next tab. So here are the preferences for the task in HubSpot. So when you create a new task, you will have these preferences here. So the due date will be in 3 business days, due time 8 a.m. and no reminder. So of course, feel free to modify these settings based on your needs. So now let's move on to security. And here on this page, you will think everything related to the security of your HubSpot account. So what I recommend you on this page is to add a trusted phone number. It basically adds a layer of security on your HubSpot account. So it's always good to have that. And same here, I recommend you to turn on two-factor authentication. I know it's boring to get a phone on your code and then write it on your computer and so on, but at least you keep your account safe and you don't lose what you've done for months or years when you have a security problem. So really turn this feature on. It's very important. All right, so now let's check notifications. So here on this page, you will be able to manage the notifications that you get from HubSpot. So on this tab, we have email and desktop. Here we have other apps, and here you have the mobile app. And yes, I know that you might be surprised, but HubSpot has an application. So for all the notifications, it works exactly the same. So here you can choose about what you get notified about. So for example, let's say that you won't be notified when a user submits a form. So what you can do is to turn on a pop-up on HubSpot. So you can select this. You can have a notification in your browser and you can get an email. So here basically it's very personal and it depends a lot of your business. For example, if emails are very important for you, you can be notified, for example, when someone replies to an email. Let's say that it's very important for you. Maybe you want to select a pop-up, then you want a notification in your browser, you want a sound, and with that, you're sure to not miss a reply from a lead, for example. All right, so now let's move on to account defaults. And here, just make sure that you have the good account name, the good time zone, the fiscal year, and your company informations. Now you can go on branding, and here you can select your logos, your favicons, your colors. Just to let you know that here we have brand identity. It's still in beta right now, but I think that it will be more relevant to use it instead of going in account default and branding. You will have much more options in brand identity. Now here, currency, you can select on which currency you're working on. So here you have US dollar, and just keep in mind that you can only have one currency when you have a HubSpot free plan. And if you want to modify it, you just need to click on actions and edit company currency. And then you can select in which currency you want to work. Now let's move on to users and teams. So here we are on users, and teams is only available for a paid plan. So on the HubSpot free plan, you can add up to 2 users. So here we can add 1 user. So let's create one. So I click here on create user. Then here you have 2 choices. First, quick invite and custom invite. So basically with the custom invite, you can manage the access permissions, and with the quick invite, it's faster, but you don't manage it. But of course, you can manage the permissions later. So if you click on quick invite, you just need to write the email of the user and then click on send invite just before sending this link to make this user super admin or not. Now, if you click on custom invite, you can create users in bulk by importing a CSV file, or you can just select the email address of the user you want to add. So let's add 1 user and then I click on next. Here I can assign a seat, and this is based on your HubSpot subscription. So when you have a free plan, it's a core seat. Here you can choose how to set access. So you can use seat permissions, make super admin, or start with a template, or you can just start from scratch. So let's check that to show you how it works. And then because you selected that, you have here choose permissions. So let's see how it goes. So here you can choose for the user every single permissions you want them to have on HubSpot. So of course, it depends a lot of your business and your personal preferences. But if you want to keep it simple, just go here and choose how to set access and click here on use seat permissions. So let's do that. And then we have to click here on next. So let's do that. And then here we have a review. So we have no team here because we are on the HubSpot free plan. And then we click here on create user. Then you just need to click on done. And now, as you can see, we have 2 users. So we have this one, and this one is a super admin. And we have this user who has access to service, contacts, reports, sales, and marketing. If you want to edit the permissions, you just need to go on the user and click here on edit permissions. And now on this page, you can edit the information for a specific user. If you want to manage a user, you just need to go here, go on actions. So you click here. And then you can edit the user, view the user permission history, copy permissions to new users, copy invite link, resend the invite, make super admins. So be cautious with that, and deactivate a user. Now that you know how to create and manage users in HubSpot, let's check integrations. And for that, we need to go on connected apps. So what's good with HubSpot is that you can connect multiple applications with HubSpot. So here, as you can see, we've connected Gmail and Google Calendar, but you can connect a lot of applications. And of course, it depends a lot on your needs. So you can go on the marketplace and select which applications are useful to you. A well-known application that you can connect on HubSpot is Slack. So if you want to connect an application, you just need to go on the page of the application, and then you click on install app, and then it will create an integration between your HubSpot account and the application. So here, Slack. Now let's move on to privacy and consent. And basically this feature here aims to support your data privacy compliance efforts by automating certain settings and makes it easier for your business to manage consent and communication preferences. So basically just keep this feature on. So same here, on, and just don't touch anything to be compliant with GDPR. All right, so now let's move on to properties. So basically properties are used to collect and store information about your records in HubSpot. For example, a contact might have properties like first name or lead status. So here you can select an object, for example, the contact properties, and you can say that a contact has the first name, last name, email, phone number, website URL, and so on. And this is where you can modify these properties. You can manage your properties here. So for example, let's check first name, single line text. And we can check this property. The label of the property is first name, object type, contact, group, contact information, and description, a contact's first name. So very simple property, but it's very useful. If you want to create a property, you just need to go here, click on create property, and then here you can easily create your property. Now, if we go on objects, you can see that we have all the objects we have. So we have contacts, companies, leads, deals, tickets, and so on. And this is where you can can edit your objects. So let's check contacts. Here you have all the settings of contacts. So for example, you can assign a company owner to contact by default, or you can fill contact details from emails with HubSpot AI. So basically, I don't have any advice to give you on that. It depends a lot of your personal needs and your business. And if you are not sure what to do, just keep it like that. Now let's check tools. So here you have meetings, calling, sales workspace, inbox, customer success, marketing, content, payment, and so on. And what's interesting to set up is inbox. So here you go on inboxes. So on HubSpot, of course, you can manage emails, but you can add more channels. For example, a chat, forms, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, and even calling. So it's very useful if someone calls you or even if you do some cold calling. So basically with that, you can manage all your conversation in one place, and then you will be able to assign some tasks depending of the topic of the conversations. So for example, if you have a new lead, then you can redirect this lead to an account executive. Or if a client calls you, then you can redirect it to your customer success team. So this feature inbox is very useful, especially if you want to get all the conversations in just one place. All right, so now you have all the information you need to set up properly your HubSpot account. If you don't have an HubSpot account, you can create one for free by clicking in the first link in the description. And now if you want to know how to import a list of leads in HubSpot, you can see this video somewhere on the screen. And now it's time for me to wish you a nice day, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.